will show a brief explanation of an experiment about bullet trajectory. The idea of the experiment is to be able to determine where the bullet came from, taking into account different variables, such as height and angle at which the bullet entered the wall. This is done in real life to find an approximate height of the shooter and start adding suspects that might have committed the crime.
First, the kit was given. Second, the height was given, which was, in our case, 2 meters 50. Third, the table with bullet holes was put at that height. Fourth, Para's shoulder height was subtracted to 2 meters 50. Fifth, the minor and major axes were measured with a pied array. Fifth, the angle of the hole was measured with a protractor. Sixth, a stick was put through the hole with a string attached to it. The stick was stretched to the floor. Eighth, the 90-degree angle and the hole angle were subtracted to 180 to get the floor angle with bullet hole. Ninth, the distance from the wall to the point where the string touched the floor was measured with a decameter. The data was taken and written on a sheet. 10th, the equation A over capital A equals B over capital B was used to find the distance at which the shooter was located. 11th, the equation sine of B equals minor over major to confirm the bullet angle was used. 12th, steps 4 to 11 were repeated with the remaining 6 bullet holes. Materials: bullet impact board, protractor, string, tape, wooden dowel, calculator, and decameter.
The results we got after using the law of sines, in which we had to replace the values in the equation A equals sin of capital A equals B over sin of capital B, are shown in the image. The results mean the distance from the wall at which the killer should have been in order to shoot each bullet and for each to enter at the angle it did. When comparing the result, which is the decameter, and standing at the specific distance from the wall, the results in most cases make sense, meaning that in fact there is a possibility that the killer would have to be standing at the distance away from the wall in order for the bullet to enter at the angle it did. However, the last 3 bullets holes are orthogonal, which means they are more or less 90 degrees. Due to this, we couldn't actually check if the bullet hole made sense since the classroom was small and there wasn't enough space. Yet, the calculations seem to be right. As far as how accurate this experiment actually is, we would say that is in fact very accurate, since in order to find the distance, all of the variables are taken into account and modify the operation in a specific way so that it gives a correct result. It is also possible to discuss the fact that in one bullet, the results didn't actually make sense since it was too close to the wall to be possible. We assume that this is because we miscalculated or measured wrong. Also, our group ran into an unexpected error in solving the equations, since at first the answer made no sense. It was then that we realized our mistake, which was that we had forgotten to subtract the shoulder height from our killer, so the results were wrong. Once we corrected this, the results were more reasonable.
To conclude, it can be said that, referring to the terms of reliability and validity, that first, the experiment, first of all, we can say that this method was very efficient and reliable, and it is very good to determine and to recreate a murder scene case in real life with a shooting. It is used in forensics, it is very useful. We had problems with the experiment because obviously at the beginning we didn't take into account Paras shoulder height for the experiment, which affected our results, but we corrected it. Uh, but at the end, our results were the expected ones. They met our expectations, of course, and they were proportional to other groups' results because since they had different measures, then, well, obviously the results are different. But either way, they were proportional at the end. We are happy with the experiment and the results, and obviously we enjoyed the experiment.